when you read this question, they say that an is the n term of a sequence. And then they tell you something like this, and then for any positive integer n, then a1 is something. First, I would like to remind you what you have learned in your school is we have learned as and gs. For as, this is equal to a and then plus n minus 1 time of d. For gs, this is a and then we time out for n minus 1. That means power of n minus 1 is what you have learned, and you even learn the sum. This is 2a and then plus n minus 1 time of d, first term plus the last term, and then time number of term divided by 2. This is the sum of gs. This is a and then time r power of n minus 1 over r minus 1 because of some algebraic calculation. But this is totally useless here because this sequence is not as and it's not gs. Only thing reliable is here. So in this question, forget this. Alright, go back to this question. How can you interpret here? Many students think that it's very confusing, but if you just read carefully, it's talking about the first one plus the next one will equal to next one. So what's that mean? That means they say n can be any positive n. So if you consider n is 0, 0, oh, can't be 0, 1, then this equation will become a1 plus 2 equal to a1 plus a1 plus 1. That means a3 is equal to a1 plus a2. Okay, or how can you get a3? That means you use the previous two add together. Similarly, if we consider n is equal to 2, that means a4 is equal to a2 plus a3. The fourth one is the previous two add together. That's the logic. So we are going to connect a3 to a6, see whether we can find out some relation. a3 plus the next one should equal to the next one. So that means 21 plus a4 is equal to a5. And then if we proceed, a4 plus a5 will equal to a6. Okay, what is a4? Then we look here. a4 is equal to a5 minus 21. So I replace this item, a5 minus 21, and then plus a5 is equal to a6 is given 89. So we successfully connect a3 until a6, and then I use both 21 and 89 together. If you look at this equation, only a5 is left, so we already find out what is a5. So 2a5 is equal to 89 plus 21, 110. a5 is 55. So it's time for us to write down a list: a1, a2, a3, a4, a5, a6. This is 89. This is 55. So don't forget that a4 plus a5 will give you 89. If you know a5, you can get a4. Something plus 55 give you 89. That means minus. So it is 89 minus 55. We get 34. Again, how you can get a3? This one minus this one give you back a3, or you may write down the detail. a3 plus a4 equal to a5. We know a4 and a5. Plus 34 is equal to 55. So I subtract them. I get 21. Continue. 34 minus 21, 13. And then 21 minus 13, 8. So the answer is 8 here. It's testing whether you understand this kind of statement and then trace back the item one by one. This is a sequence. 8 plus 13 give you 21. 13 plus 21 give you 34. This 2 give you 55. This 2 give you back 89. and you should try your very best to connect 3 to 6 so that you can get more numbers in this sequence.